Tucked away on the northern coast of South America, Guyana is like that friend with a super interesting life but nobody can place them on a map. Rainforests? Check. Waterfalls taller than some skyscrapers? Yep. A mix of cultures so diverse it'd make your head spin? Guyana's got it all. This ain't your average beach vacation spot, folks. This is a country built on resilience, good vibes, mostly, and enough stories to make your granny jealous. Guyana's history is like a pot of cook-up rice. Indigenous traditions, European colonialism, fun times, right? African rhythms, Indian spices, and a dash of Chinese influence all thrown in for good measure. It's messy, it's complicated, and it's absolutely delicious. So, buckle up as we dive into the wild ride that is Guyana's past, present, and future. Way before any European ship dared to show up, Guyana was already vibing. Indigenous tribes like the Arawaks, Caribs, and Waraos were the OG Guyanese, living in harmony with nature and probably wondering why everyone else was so obsessed with gold. They were the masters of the rainforest, skilled hunters, fishermen, and crafters. Their stories, myths, and legends still echo through the land, reminding us that history isn't just about dates and names, but about the spirit of a people. But let's be real, life wasn't always a rainforest picnic. These tribes had their own power struggles and rivalries, kind of like a real-life telenovela but with more blowpipes. Still, they understood something many of us are still trying to figure out: how to live sustainably with the environment. If only they'd left us a guidebook on that, right? Enter the Dutch in the 17th century, sailing in with their big hats and grand ambitions, and even bigger dreams of getting rich. They saw Guyana's fertile land and thought, jackpot! This was their golden opportunity. Sugar plantations popped up faster than you could say Suriname, and suddenly, everyone wanted a piece of the action. It was a sugar rush, quite literally. The Dutch West India Company, those masters of capitalism, were like the cool kids in school everyone wanted to be friends with, or at least not get on their bad side. The indigenous population, not exactly invited to the party. They were pushed off their land, forced into labor, and generally treated like yesterday's news. It was a harsh reality. But hey, at least the Dutch gave us coffee, right? Spoiler alert, they didn't actually invent coffee, but let's not ruin the narrative. Coffee became a significant part of their trade. Section 4. Brits take over. Because one colonizer wasn't enough. As if one colonial power wasn't enough, the British decided to crash the party in the 18th century. They saw the wealth and potential of the Caribbean and South America and couldn't resist the temptation to expand their empire. The British were determined to establish their dominance and reap the benefits of these rich lands. They were all, "Hey Dutchies, what's this? A colony ripe for the taking?" The British saw the Dutch colonies as easy targets and quickly moved in to assert their control. The competition between European powers was fierce, and the British were not about to be left behind. And just like that, Guyana became a pawn in the great game of European power struggles. The region was caught in the crossfire of European ambitions, with each power trying to outdo the other. The local populations were often caught in the middle, their lives disrupted by the constant changes future. Section 5. We Out Here, Independence and Cheddi Jagan's Moves. Fast forward through a few more decades of colonial shenanigans, and we arrive at the mid-20th century. Guyana, like many other colonies, was under the thumb of British rule, with its people yearning for freedom and self-determination. The colonial era had left its mark, but the spirit of the Guyanese people remained unbroken. The winds of change were blowing, and Guyanese people were tired of being told what to do. Protests and demonstrations became a common sight as the call for independence grew louder and more insistent. The people were ready to take control of their own destiny. They wanted independence, and they wanted it now. The streets were filled with passionate voices and determined faces, all united by a common goal: to break free from colonial rule and establish their own nation. Enter Cheddi Jagan, a charismatic leader with a dream of a free Guyana. Jagan was not just a politician, he was a symbol of hope and resilience. His speeches ignited the hearts of many, and his vision for an independent Guyana inspired a movement. He rallied the people, fought for their rights, and eventually, in 1966, Guyana finally kicked colonialism to the curb. The moment the Guyanese flag was raised for the first time was a powerful symbol of their newfound freedom and the beginning of a new chapter in their history. But becoming independent is like moving out of your parents' house. It's exciting, but also kinda terrifying. The euphoria of independence was soon met with the reality of self-governance. The people of Guyana had to navigate the complexities of building a nation from the ground up. Guyana had to figure out who it was, what it stood for, and how to navigate the choppy waters of post-colonial life. The challenges were immense, from establishing a stable government to building a robust economy, but the spirit of the Guyanese people was strong, and they were determined to succeed. It wasn't easy, but hey, no one ever said building a nation was going to be a walk in the park, or should we say, a stroll through the rainforest. The journey was filled with ups and downs, but the resilience and unity of the Guyanese people shone through, paving the way for a brighter future. Section 6. Growing Pains, Guyana, after the Brits bounced. Life after independence wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Guyana faced economic challenges, political turmoil, and the ever-present threat of neo-colonialism, because apparently some countries just can't take a hint. But through it all, the Guyanese spirit persevered. They built a democracy, albeit a slightly chaotic one, and continued to celebrate their unique cultural blend. From the vibrant markets of Georgetown to the remote villages nestled deep in the rainforest, Guyana kept moving forward, proving that even a small nation can make a big impact. And let's not forget the music. From reggae to chutney to soca, Guyana's musical landscape is as diverse and vibrant as its people, a testament to their ability to find joy even in the face of adversity. Section 7, Guyana today, still standing, still mixing it up. So here we are in the 21st century and Guyana is still standing, still mixing it up, and still defying expectations. This small yet vibrant nation has managed to hold on to its unique identity while embracing the changes that come with modernity. The streets of Georgetown are alive with a blend of cultures, languages, and traditions, creating a rich tapestry that is uniquely Guyanese. It's a land of contrasts, where ancient traditions meet modern technology, and where the echoes of the past mingle with the hopes for the future. In the heart of the country you can find traditional Amerindian villages that have stood the test of time, while just a short distance away, modern technology is being harnessed to drive development and innovation. Guyana may not be perfect, but it's home. And for the Guyanese people, that's all that really matters. Family gatherings are filled with laughter and love, and cultural celebrations are a testament to the enduring spirit of the people. It's a place where community and connection are at the heart of everyday life. As Guyana continues to write its own story, one thing is for sure: this little nation on the edge of South America is going to keep surprising us. New construction projects are springing up, symbolizing growth and progress, while young entrepreneurs are stepping up to shape the future of the country. So keep an eye on Guyana, because this sleeping giant is about to wake up and show the world what it's made of. From the lush rainforests that cover much of the land to the bustling urban centers, there's a sense of anticipation in the air. Guyanese athletes are training hard, ready to make their mark on the global stage, and young professionals are driving innovation and change. Just don't be surprised if they do it with a smile on their face and a plate of pepper pot in their hand. The warmth and hospitality of the Guyanese people are legendary, and their love for their traditional cuisine is evident in every celebration and gathering, because that's just how they roll in Guyana. Whether it's dancing at a festival, shopping at a bustling marketplace, or simply enjoying a meal with loved ones, the spirit of Guyana shines through in everything they do.